And so this is going, let's see if it's going, and there. Yes, we have an image, excellent connection. Let's go back to this. So yes, earlier tonight I was checking out a video that talks about how to play with the NVIDIA settings, like through here, and how you can increase the gamma. I had done that, I think, like in a previous wipe, like a year or two ago. And of course, when you go back to regular Windows, it looks like crap in Windows when you have the gamma set too high. So I'm not too sure I like it. But in game, I went to do a little offline test on the woods map, which is where I'm probably going to go play at the beginning tonight, because I do have to go find Prapor's convoy and the USEC basic stuff. But I did find that we can see it seems a little bit further in the woods, and so I think it might help. But at the same time, I've watched a lot of videos of other people who make either live videos or pre-recorded videos that they edit, and they always seem to have like what I call the same crappy look, because having the gamma high, yes, of course it's going to improve the visibility in game, maybe spot enemies better. If you're playing this mainly for the game part, this might give you a small advantage. I don't know if it's considered a cheat or not, but what I feel is that you might lose in the whole experience of the game. I don't know. So I'm going to be playing with this higher gamma setting. I've played a little bit with the game settings once it was set up like that. And I've put the link to the video that I watched in the description of this one. So if you want to try this type of stuff, you can go try it. But really, it's just I'm going to be playing, trying to get my tasks done. And the first one I want to go do is this one here. I've done this one many times. I'm starting to know woods very well, but it's still nice to get the compass when you complete this task. So I'd like to complete this. We still have her task where I haven't gotten the key yet, so I'll have to do it later. And this one here, I need to find a Taz. So if I shoot scavs, I'll have to spot if I can get the Taz off of one of them. I've already found some the white armor. I thought we had to bring back two of those. It seems to be only one of each here. So maybe they realize that there isn't that much in game. So when you find some, you bring it back. You're happy to be able to do so. So there. So that's the whole tasking stuff. I won't play for very long tonight, but I do want to test this gamma stuff. So we're now at level 7. You can see that I've survived a few more raids as PMC, which allowed me to get to that level 7. One of the things I did yesterday, I think, was I ended up playing a few night raids, and I tend to do well on my night raids. So I survived a few of them, and as a scav, my survival rate is now up to 68%. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to check here if everything looks okay. It does. Get back to the game. Go to our gear. It's already been set up. Even in the gear setting here, it's like I feel like I should turn down my brightness on my monitor just because I feel I'm going to go blind. But then that would probably negate the advantage of the, the gamma that's supposed to help you see better. So we'll see if I like playing like this. I'm not sure I do. But for now, we're going to go play. And so, you see, I was saying that we can't find a lot of those, but if I play as a scav, I'd be able to get another one of those white armors. But we'll go play as a PMC. We're going to go on woods. Here we have afternoon time, so we'll go choose that. This time I don't need to go in practice mode. I've already done 2 practices where oddly enough I think I got killed by some partisans. And so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know if Partisan might be like one of the new bosses they added a while back too, I think. So I'm not 100% clear if it's a character in game or if it's just one of the dudes. It's like those the people, the cultists. Never really know what's their role in this, but they're a little bit tougher than the usual opponents. There was one guy I killed on the map that had an AK-74M. You don't see that a lot on most scavs, but again, I was playing offline, so we'll see how it goes now that we're actually playing online. So this is a helmet I found on a scav run. I think the glasses, it's the same type of deal. And I have got a few of those very heavy armors. They're not like very comfortable to where they slow your movement down, but since I seem to be catching lots of bullets, figured it would be good to have good armor. Protects the neck too. And this helmet is pretty strong as well. I've seen the footage of people getting shot in the head almost point blank range from the top, and it hit the helmet and the helmet survives. So hopefully it'll protect my noggin. And I think I did like one raid yesterday with this AK-12 that I finally found an AK-12 in game. And it went okay, so I'm keeping it. Got a flashlight on it. I've got an RK handle, which should help reduce recoil. I'm not sure I like these P120 sights, whatever they're called, but it's better than nothing. I actually prefer the iron sights on the regular AKs than I do on the AK-12. Alright players, we're ready to play. Gonna go out in the woods. So here we are. I think I know where we are. We're close to... yeah. So as you can see, everything looks very bright. We can see a pretty good distance. Here, see the details from pretty far. Oh, it sounded like somebody shot a sniper rifle already. We can see all the way to the village from here. I don't stick around this mountain too much whenever I can. Lots of people go snipe up there, so looks like it's raining a little bit. It's important to take a pause, listen once in a while. Just gonna check my gun here. I'm gonna put it on full auto. Okay, so we're getting to these big power lines. I'm gonna cut across there. We're moving towards the convoy area. I do like to check those hilltops for snipers. This hill over there for people going by. Can be scavs. I killed a scav close to the bear car, as they call it, over there in front of me in my practice earlier. Close to that area there. Yeah, there's somebody there. Got one. That was a scav. He's done. Just want to see what kind of weapon he had. One of those. Okay. We'll take the bullets. Take this. There's not that many of those. That was not very much loaded scav. I want to move out of the area because people, they hear shots, sometimes they run to it. I think I had lowered a little bit the gamma and increased the contrast earlier because I thought it was too bright, but now it seems a bit dark. So let's just go here and try putting that back to around 2. And just put it around there just for fun. And see what that does. Yeah, it seems a little bit better in terms of what we see in the forest. Okay, so here it's a tricky area where you don't want to get caught in the rocks going around the lakes, so I'll go around these rocks there. In woods, map knowledge is very important. Somebody just spotted me behind me. I heard the voice of a scav, or maybe he spotted his dead friend. Yeah, I think it might have been that. When the scavs go, what, it's usually because they spotted a dead body. There are lots of explosions over there. Some people are chucking grenades. I don't know if it's in the area where there's the logging camp or if it's more like where there's a scav camp. For now, I'm not interested in those areas because I want to go find the convoy for proper Prapo. That's how I like to say his name. Prapo. It's still dark, but It's alright. I don't know that it's that much better than the original, but for far in the distance I would say yes, it's better. Up close, I think my firefights will be won by whoever spots the other first. Okay, we're getting closer to where we want to go. Best trick when you're in woods or any other place where there are trees is not to do what I just did and get your coat to hit a branch and it goes because then people very close by will know where you are. So what you do is you go slow like this. If you need to go through it, then you slow down as much as you can with the mouse wheel, and it makes a tiny little bit of noise but almost nothing. Now we're gonna try to check if somebody is scanning the area near the trucks. Doesn't look like it. So now we can go a bit faster. Try to get close. Nobody in these woods there. Now on this side we'll see there's a dead body close to a tree, but that's always there. I feel maybe like if there had been somebody there with these settings, I might have been able to spot them. If someone comes running though, it's like, how am I gonna know? Apart from the noise. Oh, is that a jet? No, that's the BTR, okay. I like to hide a little bit when he goes by in case there's somebody in it. And he's going to go up that way. Alright. I'm not going to stick around, look for weapons and stuff. I just got to go there. See the tent up here, that's where we're going. I'm gonna slow down here a little bit so that they don't hear me coming. If there's somebody up top here, a lot of looters come here to get the good loot. I'm just doing some reconnaissance. Don't see anyone looting. Probably because they've already looted what to be looted. So I'll move to the other part of the camp there, and that part of the job will be done. thought I heard somebody there. I guess he had a buddy. Worst nightmare. 23. There you go. So I did get a USEC. Okay. That's what happens. You kill one, there's a buddy somewhere, he gets you. Still, if this guy was a level 23, if he was with his buddy, they were probably like close together. I'm a level 7. So that's alright. I did see him pretty well from a good distance. If this had been like super shady, and what really helped me spot him at first was the sound. I came in really slowly, and the fact that I came slowly made me hear noise in the camp. And then the visuals helped a little bit, but I let my grenade do most of the talking. Then I shot a few bullets at him, and then there were some shots from the silenced AK that the other one had that came from my left. And that's how I died, without a chance to reply. So yeah, I guess they were emptying the whole place. Alright, so I do have another kit. It's almost the same type of deal in terms of the kit. I'm not going to take that helmet. I'll take a forest helmet. And that, and these, and some of that, and there, unload. Okay, so now we're going to have to load some ammunition. As you can see here, I have quite a lot of different types of ammo. Maybe I could put like 20. What I do with my tracer bullets is I put them at the bottom of my mag, and these are actually decent bullets, so at the end of my mag I could actually kill a player with the rest of my mag. But also like this. By mixing my loads of weapons, I can, like for this one, I could actually just put the rest of that in my last mag. Just PS will kill a scav, no problem. But for the other ones, like the top ones that I'm going to keep at first, where I might encounter humans, what I'll do is, like here, I'm going to put 16 PPs and 4 BP, and in the gun itself another BP. So my first 5 rounds in this gun will blast through the armor of a player. And then I can maybe do the same with the second one like this, and a few like that. And then the other ones, you know, you put, I don't know, 7 of those, maybe split that in 2, like 6 of those. Now we're at 23. We could put 2 more like that, and maybe 3 more like that. Why not? and then finish off. Oh, I'm out of PP. I had a lot of PP before. I guess I've used up all my PP. All right, well, we'll just finish it off with some PS, and I will bring some extra PS with me. I don't know if I'll bring my whole collection, because I do have 4 mags. 4 mags usually will get me through a raid, no problem. So we've got that. We've got our ammo. We're gonna get one of these. 4, 5, 6. That last grenade was quite useful, so I'm gonna bring one of those as well. And yeah, so we have like a loadout, maybe a backpack. I'll take this backpack because I'm not going on a collection, so I don't need to have a really big backpack. I think I still have one of my face covers here that was already insured. Take some of the ugly glasses, and now you get a soldier that can go in woods and actually get something done. Maybe he would like to have a handgun. Do I take one of those APS handguns to be able to shoot silently, or do I go with a Glock or a PM? I think I'll go with a PM. Just because I don't care if I lose the PM. Alright, and yeah. So I'll just go here, get a few bullets like that here, maybe trying to see which ones are good. There's nothing really good in here, so I'll just take the regular boring P or PST, or I think this one is actually not bad, so we'll take like 8 of these. Deal. And so we can take these, put them here, maybe unload, check what's in this one. Okay, it's the same, you see. Was there one in the gun? Yes, I think there was. So I'll have like the small 8 round mag plus 8 other rounds. I almost never use my sidearms unless I really have to. If the gun jams, they're useful to have, but otherwise they're not something I use very often. So here I'm just trying to reorganize things, but yeah. My energy has gone low a little bit. I could use some of my food to get it back up, but since it's not that low, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a little run as a scav. That way I can get to see my favorite map, Reserve, with the different gamma settings. Just clicking on those options, I feel this screen is attacking me because it's so bright. That's what gamma does. It sort of ruins everything else. Even though in game it might look okay, it ruins the look of Windows, it ruins the game. Anyway, 5 o'clock we'll see the lights, because at 2 a.m. or 5 a.m. might not. And so while it loads, I'm going to go use the washroom. Be right back. And I'm back. Still not fully loaded. And we're in. So a familiar spot. Ooh, two guys dead there. I'm just gonna check this thing here. Ooh, I have one of those. I'll put that as a 6 just in case I need to use something like that. I'm picking some of this stuff up because I have nothing right now, but I might drop some of those. So this is a PM, or no, it's an APS, okay. I can actually set that to full auto. What I like about those dead guys is they might provide me with a backpack. Yeah. This might be bigger, I don't know. Oh, it's the same size. Do I just, yeah, I'll transfer my stuff to that backpack because it's less conspicuous than my red one. So I'll discard that, and this. I can see what's in there, but it's an odd looking AK-74 if I've ever seen one. Oh, this is good though. Okay, so we've got that we'll assign as that, and I think I'm gonna take that. We're gonna check unload. Let's just make sure that they're all full. Okay, this one isn't, so we'll put those like in a priority to of pickup. Does this guy have a TAS? Yes, I need a TAS, so I'll bring the TAS. And now, really, we could just try to get out. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Can I get off at heating pipe? Yes. So I'll go check this building because sometimes it has interesting guns in it, but after that I'll try to use my little trick to get off at heating pipe, because it means we'll complete one of the quests if I bring in the TAS to skier. So once in a while like that you have to just take the opportunity given. You see in here it looks really dark compared to when I don't have these weird settings. So outside stuff is good, but inside I'm not sure I like it. So what I'll do here is I'll just do this. Is it in here? Yeah. Here we can visualize a little bit what we're doing. So maybe put the inside just a bit brighter. I fear that outside is going to make it too bright, so we'll see, but it's a game of let's do a test and see if we like it or not. I think maybe outside I'm going to think it's too bright now, which is why I strongly think that there's a chance I'm going to revert back to my original settings. Okay, now we have like an important thing that we found. This I think I'll just use right away, the peas. I'll put 2 of these in here in case we need to drop our backpack, and I'll keep this one there, and I still have a few spots left if I need to drop a mag. Now somebody activated the exits, so there might be a little bit of action in those areas there. So maybe I could just take my time before I go there. Or I could go before it gets too busy, I don't know. Tarkov is constant questioning yourself and wondering what should you do. How much time do we have left? 16. If there hadn't been heating pipe and hole in the wall by the mountains and things like that, I could have thought it could be another scav using this exit, but for now I'm pretty much certain it's going to be a PMC, and PMCs like to shoot scavs when they see them. So I'll just check the box behind the truck here, and then I'll take my little shortcut to the exit. So I don't want to be caught in any crossfire. Want to get out with that Taz and that sight there. I'll show you what we do here. See, this is the pipe. This is where the extract is, right there. And so what you do is you start running like that. You jump again, and then you hurt yourself. But then you're in the extraction zone. And you hide. It's a basic trick, but it's a good one to have when you just want to get out with the stuff you gathered. Okay, so here, this might be worth something. This I need to exchange. This we'll do what we can with that. This is actually a pretty good handgun. Morphine, it's a found in raid morphine. I'll need those later. The lab access thing, I'm probably just going to use it for money for now, but it is worth a good amount of money. So let's make Skier happy, maybe give us XP points. I don't know if that'll get us to level 8, maybe not quite there yet, but we'll see. So character, trader, Skier, task, turn in the gun. And we've completed this. Gonna work together. Let's. Next one is the extortionist. This is actually an interesting one to do. The gun, I couldn't care less. The money, I'll take it. So yeah, now I'm above 1 million in terms of my rubles. I've gone up in the world a little bit. Yeah, mechanic's gonna give me more money for that, even though it's not worth that much. 10 round mag. This, yeah, even the handguard's not worth anything, so goodbye. Now this gun, it's probably too damaged to sell directly to him, so I don't know if I've ever showed this trick, but you basically take off all the parts of the gun. Like this, with the gas block and the cover. So all the parts are off the gun. this gun, which is not worth a whole lot, you give it to him. He's actually gonna buy it because he'll buy anything, and he's gonna give you 5,000 bucks. But as you can see, these items, as soon as I click on him, they'll pretty much double in value. So then you just throw them all his way like that, and you say deal. So that's a way to make a quick buck. Probably should have done the same with those. I forgot to check what type of ammo they were though. Unload SP. It's not the best, but since I have a load here with those types of mags, I'm gonna keep the bullets with this soldier loadout, and these I can sell again to same guy, mechanic. And so there. So now you can see here my energy levels have gone up quite a bit. So I could check in my loadout if I have some foods of lower value that I could use to increase this, or I could eat some food in raid as I get in. What I do want to do here is, you can see I have 2 morphines there. I have another found in raid morphine. Those are the morphines you get at the start, but those are found in raid. They're very valuable for one of the quests. And so yeah, and we've got an extra handgun and a few other things, but yes. So I think I'll check for any juices or things. Maybe the peas. How much does that give? 35. Yeah, I'll bring the peas in raid. Eat the peas as soon as I can. And I'm trying to see what I'm going to do about the water. I'm going to take a little bit of water from here. So you see my hydration's gone up a bit there. This bottle is almost full. It's good for a raid. And I got this one, I've got this food, and I've got these peas. So if I eat the peas, I think the peas also give some hydration and energy, so we should be good. That's going to be the tactic. So we're going to go back to the forest, the woods. So this is nighttime, this is morning. We're going to go daytime. We will insure the things that need insuring. Maybe not those glasses, I don't know. It's almost 1,000. Maybe not that one. And this I won't insure. I found that as a scam. It's already very expensive to insure what I'm insuring. So let's go with that. Before I click ready, I just want to check here. Everything looks, it's excellent connection. That's nice. Alright, so click ready and go. I didn't check in chat, but yeah, there's nothing in chat. One of the things I had said in the description is if you prefer the new graphics, you can tell me. If you hate them, you can tell me. You could also leave a comment later. If you're not watching the video live, you can leave the comment later. I feel like this high gamma stuff is what everybody's using, so maybe it's an unfair advantage to them if they're using it and you're not. But I'm not sure I really like the looks of it. Like inside the buildings it looks weird. For a map like Woods, I can see. For a map like Reserve, where there are lots of interior areas, I think it would bother me after a little while. Or maybe it's just because I haven't found my setting. The default settings have always done fairly okay for me, but lately I've found that at nighttime I didn't see as well as I used to in previous wipes where I had played with the settings. And so that's why I'm doing this tonight. It's just testing it. I don't know if we can change the settings while it loads, but if you're wondering what my settings are, they're very similar to the ones in the video that I put in the description, the link to in the description. For post effects, it looks like this, although I'm still playing around with those a little bit. It should stay fairly close to that. So I'll just go back here and we can look at our loadout. Not forget the peas. We need to eat peas when we get in. And you can see that these levels are going up a little bit too sometimes as you're waiting for the game to load. In the past I didn't really like the PSO scopes on the AKs, but I found quite a few in the last few raids, and I've been using them, and when you have to shoot at a certain distance they're quite useful, and from up close they work too. On ground zero I shot a guy inside a building with that scope, and it was very precise. It was a bit overkill, but it was precise in the sense that I could shoot him like right in the head if I wanted to. Because that's all you see in the friggin' scope is his entire face. Alright, load it up. We're ready. We want to do our recon. Hopefully not have to nade somebody who's got a buddy with him. Sometimes I just can't help it. Gotta throw in a nade. Just to ruin somebody else's day. I forgot to check too in my statistics if it had been logged as a grenade kill. I don't think I have a grenade kill so far, so if it says 1 for grenade kills, I'll know it was this guy. But yeah, when the place where I threw the grenade, I did fire quite a few shots at the guy afterwards, so unless there was somebody right where the grenade was, I think I killed him after with my shots. Alright, it's getting serious. This is for real, folks. Well, as much as a game can be real. Alright, I'm not sure I like this spawn spot. I'm gonna have to go the very long way around, but the cool thing about this spawn spot is that you can hide and eat some peas, which is what I'm gonna do now. Gonna hide right here, and we're gonna eat some peas, which will give me food consumption XP points. And as you can see here, this goes up, everybody's happy, full energy. Gotta be careful, this is a mined area. I'm gonna go single fire with this gun. The AK-12 I think that I had before, I don't mind using it in full auto, but this at long distance like that with the scope, kind of prefer single shot. this area here is sometimes like a scav spot. So I don't want to run into the scav patrols. There used to be a wall there, but they've put some mines, so you have to be careful not to walk in the mine area. I used that rock a lot for cover before, and there was a wall, but now is that, I think it was a leaf moving, because near that rock over there I thought I saw a character moving, but no, it was just a leaf. Okay. Want to be careful too, because sometimes there are snipers on top here. Or mostly there, I should say. And here is another spawn point. So as I get here, I'll be careful in case there's a guy who decided to go eat some peas over here. Just gonna check that area, because sometimes people, they go for the quest for Jaeger there, and it's just not the ones that are on the quest who go there. There are some rats who wait for them to come, and they kill them to steal their equipment. Okay. Shots. Sounds like it comes from either the small town or the little village close to the lake in the distance, or at the far back of the map where there's the scav camps on the hilltops with the big antenna. You gotta admit though, the view here is pretty good for someone who wants to snipe. Check the hilltop there. I'm making tons of noise, so if there was somebody here, they would have run for my position already. I feel like I heard something. It could be my own footsteps, but I'm gonna be careful treading here. Could be a good spot for someone who wants to snipe here. Trying to avoid high traffic areas. I'm just on a recon mission. And as we can hear over there, lots of people enjoying the shooting. If they kill all each other out, then I don't have to worry about them. I'm always worried about that hilltop though. So many places where someone can hide to snipe at you. Gotta keep moving. This is an exercise in patience and nerves. Felt like I might have heard something up there, but could have been again my own noises. This area of the rock looked like it was a person. Do not play this game if you have certain tendencies to be paranoid a little bit. This will just increase your paranoia. Fun fact. I don't like being in the open that much because of that. There we go. No need to stake around too long over here. Oh, he had a buddy. I don't want a buddy who follows me. Yeah. Down he goes. just because sometimes every bullet counts. Ooh, there are people fighting over there. That's the area where I got shot earlier, that camp, the USEC camp. Or it's at the convoy. Some people are fighting over there. Did somebody call a jet? The only reason I check the jets is I don't want him to drop his box on top of me. Because there are quite a few people who just go for the loot in the box. But it looks like he's flying away, so it's going to be behind me. Alright, now this looks like the area of the convoy. And some of the shots from earlier sounded like they were from around here. Gonna check that area there. That area there. Anybody hiding in the woods? Anybody on top in that camp there in a sniping position? That looks clean. There was shooting over there, so it might be that they're at the scav camp with the antenna, which is somewhere around there. I'm not really sure 100%, but somewhere around there. Still gonna be cautious getting close to here. Did I see movement on the hill there? Be surprised at how many people stop to look at every crate in this convoy. Right now there's no one. They're still shooting to my right. And so now we're gonna go check that camp. I want to check that area for snipers. If there had been a good sniper, he would have killed me already, so probably none. If there's a sniper, it's a sniper like me. I'm not a very good sniper. Hello. I thought I'd heard a noise. I'll check this box. And it's been cleaned out. Let's check for hidden snipers. Let's go check the camp we need to check. Dead guy here. Lots of lovely birds. No scavs. No troopers. No USEC. I'll check the weapon boxes, but then I'll leave. That's good. The rest is scrap. Gonna need to eat soon. Let's take that and that. Every time I kneel down here, I feel like there's a red dot of a laser pointing at me. I think it might just be the shade. Okay, this is where the exit of this place is difficult. You have to go towards the wires because there's a mined area. You don't want to go through the mines. So I'll go on top of the other hill in front of me and I'll eat there. If I don't get shot while I'm out in the open. What's the time? 19. We're still good with time. Got a nice little hole where we can eat. Gonna use most of this, but I'll keep a little bit. Sometimes when you need to take a pain pill near the end of the raid, you want to be able to make sure you have some water so you don't die of dehydration. Seems pretty quiet. I do have outskirts as an exit, yes, yes. So we're gonna try to stealthily head for outskirts. Gonna go back to single fire. When I was in the camp, I wanted auto because you're sometimes stuck in close quarters. You want to get as many bullets in the enemy. But now if I shoot, it's going to be long distance shots, one by one. So this is the crossroads thing where sometimes there are scavs, so check for that. No movement is good because I can cut across the forest here. If I go the other way around to the right, sometimes there are I didn't like that sniper shot I heard in that area though. Any scavs lying around here? That stump looked like somebody. Almost shot the stump. I don't think anybody will have left any goodies here, but it's always good to go check the circle. I hate those silent moments. You feel like you're in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood and everything's nice and quiet, and then it erupts in firefight. Let's hope it's not one of those moments. This little camp sometimes has some scavs in it. I'm gonna go in that direction to exit. Time 14 minutes. Nobody scoping out the rock there, or from the rock I should say. Sometimes people hide close to that rock there. Oh, that's the BTR over there on the other side. I want to get to that rock. Make sure that the guys that hang out there don't shoot me. And then we'll exit on the outskirts. Check my back. This is not to make noise against the trees. This is the house of the scavs. This is my extraction. Oh, easy scav kill. Or so I thought. Now he's gonna come to me. Got him. Reason why I was moving is if PMC sniper had heard the commotion, he could have tried for my head after I got the scav's head. Alright, that's good. That's a survived raid again. I like those. So 2 headshots, 1 thorax. And so we're getting that much closer to level 8. We need 3,300. I wonder how much this raid will give me in terms of experience. For the completion of Prapor's mission. So we go to traders. He's got a nice little check mark. So that means the search mission is complete. So you had to find the convoy, the camp, and extract. Here's the reward. You can buzz off now. I like his very straightforward way of doing business. And so let's see what we get. We get this, we get this, and we get some money. Set. This you put in here and it stays there more or less forever, but it's nice because you can't lose it afterwards. Now the woods map, I think I had found factory, so I'll put that one with that. Did I have the woods map as well? No, I would have left it somewhere visible, so it's this one I had. Okay. So yeah, this is worth a lot of money, and when you've got the equipment to actually make it work, it's a really good kit. But since I don't have the equipment, it's just good money. I wonder if that fits on there. No, it doesn't. This is for the key mod, I think, right? Key mod vertical grip. So if I find something that works with key mod, I'll have that grip. This grip is more of a traditional one. I kind of like it. Okay, so it wasn't a raid I did to gather a lot of stuff, but I'll be able to sell that. I don't know how much it goes for. 10,000 on the flea market. You can get often like triple, quadruple that, but I'll take the 10,000. Okay, so in terms of tasks, that's the only one I still have active. In terms of my overall thing, I've got about, I don't know, 2,000 points to go. Now I saw earlier that for skier we had the extortionist task, so I can accept that. So you find the guy on customs, you get his key, you go to the little cabin, you get the stuff and you get out. And for him, it's also on customs. I think the task that he's got, it's the watch. So I'll accept that too. Now because of the time I won't be able to broadcast anything, but I don't know if I'll go test out another raid on customs before I go to bed, but I think I might go do some other activities before bed. So I guess that'll be all for tonight, but that's how you get some of your tasks done, and that's how you build up. Look at this, my stash is starting to be full of guns. Last night in one of the raids I did, I figured, well, now that I have a lot of guns, I can make many kits with those guns. What I should look for is suppressors, or items that will get me suppressors. I had already found like some salts which will give you that type of suppressor. This one I found in raid. I just need to have the muzzle that I could put it on an M4 or this gun. This one I found in a scav run. I have this one that I found I think yesterday or the day before. This is good for a PP19. It's a 9mm suppressor. And you see I have another one there, but I don't have that many suppressors. I have handguns with suppressors, not a lot of main guns. I had found one in raid for one of those AKs, but lost it when I died. And I have this gun. This gun has a nice suppressor, the Osprey suppressor for this PP19. So one of the raids I did as a scav last night was just to go for suppressors. I looked at all the spots on reserve where I know they sometimes put suppressors, and there were none. So somebody had gotten to them before I did. So that's the reality of it. People leave with the valuable items. You don't get to have them. In any case, I hope you enjoyed tonight's little broadcast, and there might be some more in the near future if I feel like it. This is what I do on this channel, is I do whatever I feel like. But it was nice to test this gamma thing with the graphics. I'll write down the settings I've used, and then maybe I'll revert back to the other settings that I had before just to see which one I prefer. I could get used to this, but I don't like how the main menu here, like, it's so bright. It's too bright for me. So as I said in the description, you can let me know what you think. That's going to be it for me. So cool handout. No messages in the chat, so we're out of here.